Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting InnerGeekdom League matchup. Today we have some newcomers joining us in a newcomer entrance into InnerGeekdom like we always have. But I am not alone in this. Joining me is my co-host in this, man you see behind the scenes. He is the man of many different names. You might know him as the Hurricane. Jim knows him as Stock Footage. He is Kane McMillan. How you doing tonight, Kane?
I am doing quite well. I've been playing a game involving pirates, and I'm still learning it. But outside of that, InnerGeekdom has no pirates, so I think I'm kind of prepared.
Until we add Pirates of the Caribbean one day eventually, but uh Sea of Thieves, I believe you're talking about,
Oh,
yes.
yes, it is.
But we might have some thieving in this contest, who knows? Because our two newcomers are ready to go for this to kick off our debut matches. And I pass it on to Kane for the pre match interviews.
Yeah, I'm going to start today with the Vicious Trollop. Jess, how are you feeling? How are you with this nerdy content? And if you had to say one category is your probably strongest, which one is it?
Oh, well, as far as today, I'm kind of having a shit ass day, but oh, I think I'll do all right up here. And my actual wedding may or may not have involved me dressed up as Poison Ivy marrying my husband dressed up as Darth Vader. That may or may not have been a thing that actually happened. So I think I'll do all right.
So what you're saying is Marvel is key.
Yeah, sure.
All right. All right, let's go to the man who has a comic book nickname. Can he back it up today? Brooklyn, the Black Lantern, Vail. Are you going to be able to channel your power of death in today's
Well,
matchup?
like the Canadian grizzly bear, one must poke its head out after the cold winter to see if he can still compete. I haven't competed since should be a blood sport match way back. I think even think back during the Schmoes Bros days. But yeah, I'm curious to see how this will go. Jessica and I have confronted previously in a different league. That went just swell. So I'm sure this will be another match for the ages.
I sure hope so because close matches are always the fun ones.
Yeah.
All right, Tim, you want to do the fabulous intros for these fabulous competitors?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 3-bout fight. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, making her Inner Geekdom debut. She dressed like Poison Ivy for her wedding. Her husband was Darth Vader. She is the Vicious Trollop, Jessica Morgan.
Hello.
And her opponent, fighting out of the dastardly red corner. He is dressed as Batman today in a Batman shirt. No stranger to this, running our music division. He is Brooklyn, the Black Lantern, Vail.
Let's do this. We've got some ramble on here. Surprised nobody has used this song as entrance in the Schmodown at all. A song literally referencing Lord of the Rings.
And I just got word our cancellation of our channel. Thank you, Brooklyn.
No problem. Anytime. I'll be. You can spot me on Monday.
All right, Kane, I will toss it over to you to explain the rules for round one and to start the questions.
All right, so round one is going to work like this. You're going to get 8 questions. You're going to write them down on a whiteboard. There is no stealing. You have 3 repeats, 1 challenge throughout the match, and use those wisely. And also to add on of Tim's point, if you don't find us after this match, we're probably on Film Nerd TV due to Brooklyn getting us shut down.
All right, with that out of the way, Jessica, are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Excited as always. And Brooklyn, are you ready?
Yeah, I am.
All right,
All right.
let's
Kane,
get started. Your first
do it.
question is in the realm of DC. Who directed V for Vendetta?
Movie I wasn't quite sold on. Watched it a second time. It's okay. It's okay.
I think you hit it right on the coffin. It's okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's time. Hands down, folks.
All right, let's go to Jessica to start things off.
Oh, I probably misspelled this, but James McTeague.
That is correct for 1 point. And Brooklyn.
I had Matthew Vaughn.
That would be a very interesting V for Vendetta.
Wouldn't mind it. Wouldn't mind it.
All right, so your next question is from the category of the Wizarding World. Besides a birthday cake, what does Hagrid get Harry for his birthday in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone?
Fuck
If you
Harry
had
Potter?
a wizard give you a birthday gift, what do you think you'd want?
I want the dragon candle from the Fellowship of the Ring.
So you're more of like Lord of the Rings wizard.
Yes. 5, because they're cool. 4, 3,
Repeat the
2,
question.
1.
All right.
All right.
Counts as your first repeat. Besides a birthday cake, what does Hagrid get for Harry? Well, let me rephrase that. Besides a birthday cake, what does Hagrid get Harry for his birthday in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone?
See, here with Lord of the Rings, at least our wizards have very different names.
Well, I think Harry Potter just tried to make it that anyone could be a wizard. I remember when I was little, I was waiting for that owl to send me that little letter, but hey.
5, 4, only acclaimed actors like Ian McKellen. 3, 2, 1, and Christopher Lee. Pens down, folks.
All right, let's go to Brooklyn.
I'm going to shoot myself whenever I hear the answer. I said a letter to Hogwarts.
Ooh, that is incorrect. Jess.
A flute?
Ooh, no. We were looking for Hedwig or an owl.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Because as he's at Ollivander's, Hagrid goes up and is like, happy birthday, and he's holding Hedwig.
Oh, yeah.
Your next question is in the realm of Star Wars. What is the name of the tropical planet that the final battle takes place in Rogue One, a Star Wars story? What is the name of that planet?
Or as Kane would say, fuck Star Wars. Right, Kane?
I like Star Wars. It's just hard to retain some of the information throughout the...
Oh, wait, that's Star Trek. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How dare you? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Live long and prosper. Pens down.
All right, let's go to Jess.
Scarif?
That is correct for 1 point. Brooklyn.
No, by Jeddah.
Ooh. All right, the final question I will be asking from round 1 is in the category of my favorite, MCU. How many PhDs is Bruce revealed to have in Thor Ragnarok?
You ever have a PhD? Try to get one, Kane?
Well, I am in college, but I don't think I'm going to get a PhD.
They don't have those in film school?
I mean, if you really wanted to do it, sure. Is it a waste of money? Most likely.
Ask Jason Narvey from Power Rangers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. He is also $130,000 in debt because of it. Go ahead, King.
Brooklyn, what's your answer?
3.
Ooh, that is incorrect.
Yeah.
Jess.
I figured it was something ridiculous. I put 7.
That is a ridiculous answer, but it's correct.
That was my second guess. 7 was my second guess. God damn it.
All right, so halfway through round number 1, we have Jess with 3 points, and Brooklyn has yet to score, but hey, it's still anyone's game. Round 2 is usually the one that changes everything.
All right. And for the second part of round 1, we will pick up in the... I'm so glad you left this as my first one. The dreaded category of video game movies. What actor plays Mario in Super Mario Brothers?
What is a video game that you want to see as a movie? For me, I want to see a Halo movie like so bad.
I want to see Gears of War, and I want to see Uncharted, but I have a feeling they'll mess it up like they did Assassin's Creed, and I cried.
I think you're probably right.
3, 2, 1. That is time. Pens down. Let's go to Jess first.
Bob Hoskins.
That is correct for 1 point. Brooklyn, were you able to match her?
Hey, I'm finding that one right. Bob Hoskins.
Nice.
Yay!
Hey.
Brooklyn gets on the board. All right. For my favorite category of Star Trek, what actor has appeared in the most Star Trek films?
Yeah, I still don't like Star Trek.
How dare you, sir? How dare you? I am so offended. But now I know how you feel when I say I hate Harry Potter.
Exactly. I think it's even.
5, 4, 3,
Oh,
2,
can I get a repeat?
1.
Thank you, Jess. I was going to ask for
All
one.
right. That is Jessica's first repeat. In the beloved, award-winning Kane of Star Trek, what actor has appeared in the most Star Trek films?
If I remember right, Star Trek Beyond lost to Suicide Squad in hair and makeup in the Oscars. So
Who cares? Who cares? Who cares?
Mark
you.
Harley
Took the
Quinn
words out
Board
of my
cares.
mouth.
That's who cares.
You and Mark are the only people that care. You two somehow voted for that, and
I'll gladly. I'll be the first to admit I hate Suicide Squad. I think it's a terrible movie.
yes, it is. 5, 4 from the creators that brought you 3, 2, 1. Most of the DC problems.
Yes.
Hands down. Let's go to Brooklyn first.
I said Leonard Nimoy.
And you said correctly the right answer.
Hey.
All right, Jess, were you able to pull it?
Yeah, I did. Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard Nimoy. All right. All right, your
Rest in
penultimate
peace, buddy.
question.
Yeah.
There you go.
Man, God, do soon.
Your penultimate question comes in the category of scores and soundtracks.
Hey.
Who composed the music for Thor?
Do you think
story.
Brooklyn's knowledge of Jukebox might help him in this scenario?
I would hope so, but I've been wrong before. Oh, I love you, Brooklyn. 5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
All right, Brooklyn, that is your second repeat. In scores and soundtracks, who composed the music for Thor?
I think it is a solid score, but I think Thor: The Dark World has the better score out of the trilogy.
We are talking the original, right?
Yeah.
No, we are talking. Yeah, we're talking the first one.
Yep. I would have to agree, Kane. Even though Dark World fell apart story-wise, it had a better sound to it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jess first.
Pretty sure that's Patrick Doyle.
And you are pretty much correct on that one. All right, Brooklyn, music man himself.
Yeah, I said Jerry Goldsmith.
Oh,
I think
almost at it. All right, your last question comes in. Robert Parker is jumping up and down in his dorm room right now. From Middle Earth, what year saw the release of The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug?
Ooh, what movie release dates question?
I
would
cannot
say
get my
Robert.
voice that high to do a Scott man. So
Yeah. Or Robert Parker for this one, for Middle Earth. If we were going to have a wheel and pictures, his face would be on there, probably dressed as Frodo, I would say.
he's just dressed as all of them, every character.
I want to see him dressed as Azog. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you do that for Halloween, I want pictures, Robert. Pens down. All right, let's go to Brooklyn first.
I'm probably off by a year, 2013.
He breaks the Brooklyn Vail curse.
Hey, there we go.
Hey!
Hey.
Jess, were you able to pull it?
Yeah.
God damn it! Can you let me just like get one right? That like I can like feel like my lead is getting a little bit closer, or not your lead, your lead is getting like a little bit thinner.
All right, with round 1 out of the way, Kane, would you like to go over the scores?
Yeah, Brooklyn went 3 for 4 in that second half, but Jess, man, she just doesn't stop. She got 7 out of the 8 possible points.
Congratulations!
Perfect round.
Nice. All right. as you can see, we have brought up our wonderful wheel round of round 2. How round 2 works is the person in the lead will choose to spin first or second. If they go first or defer, whoever goes will have the option of one free mulligan unless it lands on opponent's choice. If it lands on opponent's choice, it must be stuck with. There are 4 questions in each category, each worth 2 points apiece, though you can opt down to multiple choice to make it 1 point, and there is stealing. So if you mess up a question, your opponents can pounce on it. And before we spin and I whore out to the wheel, let's go over the categories of Star Wars, Star Trek, video games, Wizarding World, Middle-earth, DCEU, scores and soundtracks, Marvel, MCU, DC, and players and opponent's choice. Now, for the greatest whore out moment of all time, we will not have it because it is Jira Software, who is not a sponsor of this show. So, Jira, good luck with yourself. Now, Jessica, you are in the lead. You have the option. Would you like to spin first or defer to Brooklyn?
I'll let Brooklyn have it.
Thank you.
All right. Brooklyn, you have the first spin, and your spin is in.
Wheel of morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lessons that we should learn.
Star Wars. Would you like to throw it back? Remember,
how many categories do I hate?
Except as Vader.
Yeah, let's spin again.
Okay. Sticking away from Jessica's groom dressing up as Darth Vader. My favorite category.
And I got one of the 2 categories that I did not want. Fuck. Congratulations, Jess. Damn it.
All right. Proctoring these questions. Is it you, Kane, or is it me?
Yes, it's me.
All right. Kane, you are up.
All right. In the realm of Star Trek, your first question is, how did Sulu defeat the Romulan warrior that he was fighting on the Nemo's drilling platform in 2009 Star Trek? How did Sulu defeat the Romulan warrior?
Multiple choice, please.
Is it A, he knocked him onto a flaming exhaust grate, B, pushed him off the side of it, C, stabbed him with a sword, or D, shot him with a phaser?
Stabbed him with a sword?
That is incorrect. Jess, for a steal.
I believe it's A.
That is correct for a 1-point steal. All right, your next question. What character from Star Trek was portrayed by both Kirstie Alley and Robin Curtis?
Multiple choice.
All right, is it A, Yeoman Rand, B, Lieutenant Savick, C, Lieutenant Yar, or D, Yeoman Valris?
I'm going to say B.
B is correct for 1 point.
Hey, there we go. We got a Star Trek. We got a Star Trek question right.
All right, your next question. In Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, what is the name of the planet where Pavel Chekov is captured by Khan and his people at the on-site of the movie?
Multiple choice.
All right, is it A, Alpha 5, B, Pollux 4, C, Alpha Centauri, or D, Ceti Alpha 5?
Okay, the choices one more time.
Yeah. Is it A, Alpha 5, B, Pollux 4, C, Alpha Centauri, or D, Ceti Alpha 5?
Say A, Alpha 5.
That is incorrect. Just for a 1-point steal.
Really close, though. It's Ceti Alpha 5.
Yeah, I was torn between those 2.
That is correct for 1 point.
Fun fact, Alpha 5 was the funny robot in Power Rangers.
Ooh.
I think Alpha Centauri is like a civilization thing.
It is the closest star to planet Earth.
Yep.
All right. Your last question in Star Trek. Who plays the character of George Kirk in Star Trek in 2009's version of Star Trek?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Dennis Hopper, B, Fisher Stevens, C, Chris Hemsworth, or D, Tom Hiddleston?
A.
That is incorrect. Jess?
Oh, no, it's Chris Hemsworth.
That is correct for 1 point.
Yeah, wouldn't have known at all.
Are you kidding? My husband loved that. Wait, Kirk stabs Thor? Awesome!
I've never watched any of the Star Trek movies, so fun fact.
Oh.
All right, with that, Kane, would you like to give us a quick score update before we go to Jessica's spin?
Yes, Brooklyn has increased his point total to 4, and Jess has increased it to 10. So
All right.
Jess, if she has a strong round, this could be getting ugly.
All right,
I'm
Jessica.
sorry, Brooklyn.
It's fine. I'm
A little
not
bit.
concerned.
Star Trek is off the board, so your spin is now. Scores and soundtracks. Would you like to keep it or throw it back?
Hey, Jess, you know what'd be really impressive? If you knocked me out in scores and soundtracks.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, thanks.
Okay. I think Jessica falling for a ploy here, but we will see. And scores and soundtracks for Jessica. All right, Jessica, your first question in scores and soundtracks. What is the name of the song Rihanna made for Star Trek Beyond?
Sledgehammer?
That is correct for 2 points. Maybe this might not be working for Brooklyn. All right, Jessica, your second question. Who composed the score for Catwoman?
Give me multiple choice.
All right, multiple choice is A. Klaus Badelt.
Klaus Badelt.
Yeah, help me for any mispronunciations. I'm good for that. Brian Tyler for B, C, Christopher Young, or D, Ramin
Djawadi.
Whatever Kane said.
Fuck it. Klaus Badel or whatever the fuck it was.
That is correct for 1 point. Nice. All right, Jessica, your third question. This might be a spoiler for people who haven't seen it yet, but Brooklyn doesn't care apparently. What is the end credit song for Black Panther? Five, 4.
All the Stars?
That is correct for 2 points. All right, Jessica, your final question. What song plays as we are introduced to Peter Parker in Civil War?
Oh boy, I really should have rewatched the later MCUs. Give me multiple choice.
All right, multiple choice is A, Freeze Blocks, B, Left Hand Free, C, In Cold Blood, or D, Wet Head. Five, 4.
Can you give me the choices again?
Yep. A, Breeze Blocks, B, Left Hand Free, C, In Cold Blood, or D, Wet Head.
Left Hand Free?
That is correct for 1 point. Clearing scores and soundtracks. All right. Kane, would you like to give us a score update before we go into round 3?
I don't think we're going to have a round 3.
I'm pretty sure it's knockouts, yeah.
16-4.
And your winner the Vicious Trollop herself, Jessica Morgan. Very impressive there. I don't know. Kane, I kind of thought she was playing into a ploy by Brooklyn, but I guess I was wrong on that. I mean, I really thought she was playing into a ploy, but she cleared scores and soundtracks and got the knockout victory.
That is very
Oh.
true.
Brooklyn, go watch some Star Trek.
I know. Sorry. I disappoint.
All right, Kane, would you like to take us into our post-match interviews?
Yeah, I'm going to start with our winner today, Jess. You pulled off an excellent debut. I think we haven't had a debut like this since the days of Robert Parker. You only had one question wrong the whole day, pulling off a KO. Any thoughts? Anyone you want to call out?
Well, apparently I need to rewatch Harry Potter, but I'll have to dig through the rankings to see who my next person's going to be.
All right.
I'm sure there's probably somebody sitting back there going, yeah, I'll take her. Like, sure, whatever.
All right, and Brooklyn, man, it's Star Trek. I feel you. It shouldn't exist.
Yeah, when I had Star Wars, I was looking at the wheel and I was like, there are two categories that I'm really pissed about, and it was Star Trek and Middle Earth. So I was like, I'll spin again, because I'm comfortable with the rest of them. But yeah, Star Trek is like a fucking awful category. But yeah, I'm not too disappointed. It's like I'm glad that I could be the first step in Jessica's road to InnerGeekdom contention, maybe for the championship. I wish I kind of had a little more time. Wish I took some more time to study. But yeah, I'll gladly go back to my hosting chair. Although Jessica and I are 1-for-1 in our series, I think maybe our potential Weird Al Iron Man match Jukebox trivia might be able to break the rubber there. So hopefully I'll be seeing her compete again in Jack Hall trivia in my neck of the woods. But yeah, congrats to Jessica. You definitely deserve that win, and I hope you destroy the next person you could beat, much as you did to me.
Okay, I'll try.
Yeah.
All right, and Tim, any final thoughts?
I mean, a very dominant performance from Jessica, hitting so well with those questions. I mean, like you said, Robert in his debut went pretty strong as well. And I mean, hopefully Jessica just keeps going. I mean, if she keeps going, this could be a good run in InnerGeekdom for her. This could be a good start. But I mean, I can't wait to see more. And I know we'll eventually see Brooklyn back and competing, not just in his hosting chair like he says every time. But I think it's going to be an interesting shakeup now with our first of our debuts, with Jessica getting a KO. So it's going to be interesting to see her next match and her next opponent. And like I said, I'm sure we'll see Brooklyn out of that hosting chair again. Give it time.
Because I mean, if Brooklyn gets a category that's not Star Trek,
I'm actually genuinely curious to see how that match goes if I don't pull Star Trek or Middle Earth. Like any other category, I think I do fine. But yeah, I'll be curious.
Yeah, so I don't think it's the end of Brooklyn.
No. I won't actively be calling out people, but if somebody wants to take me on, I'm not going to turn it down.
Yeah. I mean, anything can happen. So, I
Yeah.
mean, you get your strength, and it's anyone's game. And then we go to round 3, which usually makes or break it. I'm just really glad I didn't have to explain round 3, so that's good.
You got out of that one, buddy. You got out of that one. But for all of us here at Jack of All Trivia, I think we'll close it up there. As we always do, is the tradition. Let's start with our unfortunate loser, Brooklyn. Where can the good kids find you?
You can find me right here on Jack of All Trivia. You can find me on Mondays running the Jukebox trivia. We're recording this on a Sunday, but by the time this is out, on Monday, we will have had our top 10 TV themes, which Tim is going to be on our panel, as well as Sandy, Jim, and a newcomer, Graham, my brother, and then also part 2 of the Jukebox Heads Up tournament to see who's going to be taking on Luca for our inaugural Jukebox Championship. And you can also find me on Saturdays on the Rewind, where you'll hear me covering my loss here in InnerGeekdom.
All right, Brooklyn. Can't wait for that. And our winner tonight, Jessica, the Vicious Trollop herself. Where can the good kids find you, Jessica?
Oh, you can find me Facebook, Twitter, trolling around here on Jack of All Trivia. Brooklyn's trying to get me into music too. You can go and take revenge there. And by the time this drops, the other end of the finals for the Full Metal Championship should drop. You should probably go watch that.
Yep, I was hearing a lot about that previously, and I can't wait to see that myself. So that ought to be interesting. And of course, our co-host, the man of many names, many jobs that we all don't get paid for. Kane McMillan. Where can the good kids find you?
I've said it enough. If you really want to know, go check it out somewhere else. I will say, like, we got 3 more matches coming today, so go check those out.
Exactly. And of course, I am TM Smith. You can find me here at Jack of All Trivia with YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can find us all, same name on there. Like, comment, subscribe, retweet, join the Facebook, and whatever you do on Instagram. I don't run that part, that is somebody else. So for that, going down the line, that is Brooklyn, that is Jessica, that is stock footage, and I am the best in the world. We will see you next time on InnerGeekdom. Stay sweaty, folks.